Garbage day! Huh? No!
We did get an old classic back. Guy with the creepy face was raised by women. My mother, her two sisters, my grandma, my other grandma, my cousins, then all of their friends who were all female that I had around me growing up. I was having tea parties and playing with Barbies. It always tore me up inside how Barbie and Ken would get back together and then just break up again, get back together. If only Ken could change his ways, then maybe Barbie could put up with him. But you know, Ken, don't even get me started on Ken. Home repair. I have a hard time turning the hose on. I get confused about which way it goes on. Turning it off, forget about it, not happening. No matter which way I turn it, the water just keeps flowing. When anybody asks me to turn off a hose, I say okay. I go over there, I play with it for a little bit, and then I just take the hose and I throw it as far the other direction as I can and try to get out of there before their yard floods. I don't care, the water don't turn off. I don't know what mystical powers they use, but it don't turn off. The clown, who's an engineer, by the way. Yes, I didn't know a clown could be an engineer, but they can. And he's a good one, too. He MacGyvers things all the time. He don't need tools. Even without the proper parts, he don't need parts. I'm about as good at fixing things, even with instruction, as someone would be to reading Sanskrit with instruction. How to translate Sanskrit, I'm not going to be able to do it, I can guarantee it. Then I get nervous, worried I'm going to screw up, and then I'm going to be banished. Because eventually he will get frustrated with me. He is trying to get something done. He doesn't really need me there anyway. He's just trying to bond, pass on knowledge. And my mistakes are making the project take longer or making the project more difficult. At a certain point, he will get frustrated and banish me. Just, you're not a man, be gone. And as much as I'm happy that I get banished, because then I don't have to worry about what I'm going to screw up, there's a part of me in the groin section that hurts. I almost feel my sack shrivel just a little bit. I don't know if you can have an inverted penis, but I do believe that if you get banished enough for not being able to work on stuff, that it'll suck right up in there. And I don't know what you do to get it out. You definitely don't want to go to a doctor. Can you imagine the bill? Well, today, he asked me to help him. Simple project, well, for him. It was to replace a dryer plug. So we needed a 50 amp, 4-prong plug-in coming out from the wall, and then we needed to put a 4-prong cord on the dryer. Well, I kept waiting to get banished, but amazingly I did not get banished. I did try to not to be as nervous. I was still nervous about being banished, but I tried not to let it get to me too much. Tried to even when I didn't know what I was doing. Not stop. He asked me to go get a standard 217 low-hanging socket. Well, I'd keep looking for that socket until he either found some other tool or I amazingly found it. One of the two. He would summon me back when he no longer needed it. Well, with my nervousness being a little bit down, I observed more. Instead of being all nervous, I actually watched what he was doing. And I realized something about men that I'd never known before. For that one lady viewer that we have out there, this might be interesting to you. Remember, I was raised by women, so I see things kind of from a woman's point of view sometimes. It's messed up. It's child abuse, really. It was child abuse. I'm trying to live with it now. So as I'm watching, I'm not thinking about he's plugging in the ground wire, and then there's the hot positive wire and the negative wire, and the wires can't touch, and if it goes wrong, the house could explode, killing my loved ones. That's not what I'm thinking of. What I'm thinking is, gee golly, why is that just so difficult? Why don't those little wires just go right in there? Oh my God. They should make it so much easier. Why doesn't the plug just slip off and then you just put on another one, kind of like a cozy? My toaster has a cozy. Why can't it have a cozy? That's what my brain's thinking. Because I'm noticing this spot where the plug can come out from the wall, the wires will just barely fit into this plug. And you gotta be dead on right, and you gotta get your body in this weird shaped position while holding the plug in one hand, holding the wire in place with one of your digits, like one of these digits has to do that. Then you have to take a screw and you gotta put it in this little hole. Then you gotta take your screwdriver and you gotta, because the screw won't stay in on its own, so you gotta balance it and then screw it in. 4 times, 4 wires. And the wires, there's no leeway. You have just enough wire to do the job. And the plug has a very specific spot where it can sit. And I was wondering, why is it so difficult? Why the person that invented the plug has this wire system to begin with? Why are the wires so stiff? Why can't we have more flexible wires? Make it a lot easier. Why don't these wires have like some kind of hook system? Or why doesn't the plugs have a big old like hole where you slip it in and then it fastens? Then my brain starts thinking about other things that I've tried to do repair-wise. And they're all like this. A car, when you're trying to work on an engine, there's just enough spot, there's just enough space for the part. So if you need to take the part off and put on a new part, a lot of times you have to remove a bunch of different parts just to get to that part. Why? Why don't they just make the spaces in between bigger so you can just get to the part you need? And why is it that they always put certain parts underneath the engine in a weird spot? Same thing with like pretty much any kind of repair you do. You have this little, it's exact, like almost to the millimeter of how much room you have to work with. That's what frustrates me. I get pissed because I need more room. It needs to be easier. Well, today, watching, I realized why this is. Men have to compete. Everything has to be a competition. Even if a guy doesn't say that he's doing the whole I got the biggest dick on the yard contest, he is. I mean, I don't, because I was raised by women, and I find penises to be scary, and I wouldn't want mine to be big. What the hell would I do with it? I like the fact that it's small and doesn't get in the way. Pocket penis. My pocket penis. Anyway, getting off the subject. So since every man has to be the best, the alpha, bull, you know, well, men are the ones that created this shit. Pretty sure you can research it. If you find out a woman invented the electrical dryer 50 amp plug, then who knew? So when they invented this, they came up with the idea, and then they made it so minutely difficult for any other guy to try to redo. But no other guys that have come after them can say that it's difficult and change it to make it easier. Because if they do, then they're a pussy. And they have no testicles, and they get banished to the woman kingdom. And if you get banished enough, penis sucks in inverted penis. Therefore, no matter how difficult it is to fit a part into a hole that's a millimeter bigger, a millimeter smaller than the part that needs to fit in, no, guys will figure out a way to do it. They'll lube it up, put it in there. Now, since they can't change the designs of the other men, well, then the best they can do is to do it well and be like, that was a piece of cake, I had that down. Or to find a way to make it harder. Make the space smaller. Wires less long. Hell, find something that's not even a wire, use that to conduct electricity. You know, that's how men are. Blew my mind. So the reason that things are so damn hard to repair are because men want to have a big dick. And every man that invents something makes it as difficult as possible. I'm not going to make it difficult for you creeps and pervs. That's not my style. If you would like to purchase any of the products that I have spoken about in this video, the 50 amp wall plug, the dryer cord, or even a dryer, I have left links in the description below that will take you to the cheapest possible location to purchase these. I mean, they tell me I shouldn't be selling this stuff as low as I am, that we're not making any money off of it, and I tell them, you know, I don't care, because I care about my fans, and I want to make sure they get the best deal possible. So what if it cuts into my fundage? I don't care. I've got fan funding for that. I like to let my fans donate if they like the content of my video. Pledge anywhere from 5 cents to $500 if they want. If they're interested, all they got to do is click on the button above me. It'll take them right to it. If you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe. That way you get videos before anybody else sent directly to you. Until next time, remember to keep it creepy.